Hello, I'm Min, and I'd like to welcome you to the first Joy of Rendering episode. For today's render, we will be recreating a painting from our friend Bob Ross. If you have your mouse and keyboard ready, I hope you come along and render with us. First, choose a style of canvas that you want to use. I will keep it simple and use this one here. And there we go, a very beautiful and simple environment that we can use to paint our scene. I'm gonna start off today by importing a 3D model of a mountain. If you're following along, then you can get this model using the little link below the video. There it is. Now we can see the mountain following our mouse, and we are ready to place it. Just place it anywhere you want. You decide where the mountain lives. You can see that the mountain looks nice, but it just looks white. So let's comment down below and add some materials. Now we can go over here and load in the color map that comes with the 3D model. After a few seconds, you will see the mountain has been updated to have the color map. But now it looks a bit too glossy, so we need to go down here and make some changes. Just play with these sliders and create the best looking mountain for you. And just that easy, you have a quick little mountain. There we go, that looks great. Our mountain looks beautiful even up close. Not like it matters, but I just wanted to show you that. Now let's move back a bit to look at the mountain. For this part, we will need to position it. You can see the edges of it are not blending very well with the landscape, so let's go down here and select the little up and down arrows, then move the mountain down like so. We can also rotate the mountain however we want, and we can make it bigger or smaller as well. However, we don't know how big the mountain really is because we have nothing to compare it to. So let's come down here and let's add a happy little tree to our scene. We have lots of trees to choose from. Just choose one that you like the most. I would choose one that is similar to the tree in Bob Ross's painting. Well, now we can see that the mountain is a bit too small compared to the tree, so let's go down here and make it bigger. Oh, that's way too big. I'll tell you what, let's move it further away so it doesn't block our view. Now we can go back down here and make the mountain bigger. Then maybe we can move it further away again. And we can move it down. And maybe move it closer now. I can't make up my mind, but that's okay. Here's a fun little tip. If you take this mountain and make a copy of it, then you can rotate it like so, and even make it bigger. Then you can position it behind the first mountain, and now it looks like we have two completely different mountains. Even though they're the same ones, nobody has to know. Before we continue building our scene, let's go down here to the photo mode and create a view. Here you can just move the camera to a position that you like. Let's try to create the same viewpoint as in the painting from our friend Bob Ross. We can use the slider to zoom in like so. And now we can click this button to save it. We'll leave it there for now and go back to our scene. Let's fly up here high above like a little eagle and look down to the mountain below. Now come on down here to this tab and click on the little wavy icon to create a waterfall lake. And now we can drag the mouse left to right to create a water surface. Then we can move it just a bit lower with these arrows. Now even though it seems like our lake has disappeared, if we go down here and use this tool, then adjust our brush a little, and as we start to paint, the brush is pushing down the landscape, revealing the lake underneath the beautiful terrain. And there we go. You can just paint and let your creativity flows like the water in the lake, and you decide what you want to make. Maybe it's a circular lake. Maybe it's a triangular one. And now we can just bring them all right in together. Now watch. Let's go back to this little tool here and adjust our brush a little. Then we can come right along in here and create some hills next to our mountains. Just like so. And just like that, we have some hills for our scene. Let's go back to our scene now and let's put in some trees. We have lots of trees to choose from. Maybe this evergreen here. We can place trees one by one like so, but even better, come on down here and click this button. Now you can paint lots of trees at once. Maybe there's a group of trees here. All you need to do is just brush back and forth like so. Maybe there are some trees closer to the lake, and some up here on top of these hills. Wherever it may be, you have the power to decide. And as our friend Bob Ross always says, we don't make mistakes, we have happy accidents. Maybe there are different kinds of trees that live in this forest. Maybe these trees live in this area here, and maybe there are little ones in the front near the lake like so. This is your world, so just create any kinds of illusions that you want in your world. And just that easy, we have a beautiful tree line for the background. Now let's go back, and let's come on over here to this tree. And let's add another one right next to it. Oh, this one is a bit too small, so let's make it bigger. And let's have a third one here. Oh, this time it's too big, so let's make it a little smaller. And there we go. Maybe for the trees on both sides, we can have them a little bit slanted like so. Now let's go over here on the other side, and maybe there's a tree that lives right here. Then we can rotate the tree so that its good side faces the camera. Everyone's got a good and bad side. Now let's add some more trees. Maybe this round shaped one here. And add one over here too. We don't want him to get lonely. You know, even trees need a friend. Let's add a smaller round shaped tree right next to this one too. Now we can start to add some bushes. I'll place 3 here in the center, just like in Bob Ross's painting. Let's add some over here as well. And you can put as many or as few bushes as you want. And look at that, our render is really starting to come together. For the next part, we will need to add some grass to the terrain. So let's go back here and come on down here to this area, then go over here to this little grass icon and turn it on. Now we can play with these sliders to create beautiful grass for our landscape. And just like that, it looks better already. And if you click here, then you can add little flowers to the landscape. And again, sliders can be your friends, so play with them to create the perfect flowers for your scene. Just quick and easy. Maybe let's add some clovers as well. And just like that, we have a beautiful grass field on our terrain. Now let's get a little crazy. Maybe we can add some wild grass to our scene. We don't have to put it everywhere, just near these trees and bushes and next to the lake. And maybe some in the front, just like that. Oh, that looks great. Remember that you have the power to add anything you want. Maybe we can add some tree logs on the ground like so. And you can place as many or as few as you want. Now this is my favorite part and where the magic happens. Come on up here and click this button, then you will see many options. Just click on the style and let Lumion do the work for you. Now go back and see your scene comes to life. Pretty cool, huh? Well, maybe you want the sun to be in a different spot. You have the power to do that too. Just move this little slider until you like what you see. Now that looks like a nice place to go fishing. Now let's add some reflection to our beautiful lake. If you go back here and go to reflection, you can change the quality with this little button and add a reflection plane here. Just click on the plus button and click on our lake. Then we can go back and we will see that our mountain and trees in the background are now reflected in the water. But I'll tell you what, there's a better way to do this. If you go back to our scene and remove the water surface, you can instead bring in a simple plane like so. Now just like before, move it to a good position. Then we can apply a water material to the surface. Lumion's library is amazing. It has lots of water materials that you can use. Just choose one that you like. Now if you go back, and like before, we can apply the reflection plane on our lake. And just like that, it looks even more beautiful now. We also have lots of other effects that we can add. Maybe we can add an artistic effect, like this oil painting effect here. And with just a little adjustment, we can make it look like a painting. Well, that's all for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I've had this idea of creating a painting from Bob Ross in Lumion for a while now, and I was finally able to do it with the help of Lumion. So huge thanks to them. I really enjoyed the collaboration. And I think if Bob Ross was here, maybe he would be proud to see one of his paintings come to life. Stay inspired, guys, and I'll see you next time.